Welcome back, humans. It's Wednesday, and I'm back with another middle of the week vent session. And before I get started, I would appreciate it if you would smash that, punch that, hit that like and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. And turn on that notification so you never miss an episode. I'm dropping an episode every Wednesday and Saturday. And with that said, let's get on with it. Let's just get on with it. I had some couple strange dreams recently. You know, um, I'm sure a lot of you out there have some strange ones. It was just really weird. So I just thought I would talk about it for a minute. Like, I mean, not just necessarily my dreams, but just like strange dreams in general. Like, I've had a bunch of them, since a bunch of them that I can remember. And then, you have dreams, but there's some that you just don't remember at all. But you had some kind of wild experience in your sleep and you just don't remember like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Those are really wild too. That's a really interesting. You know what I'm saying? You can wake up like, holy crap, and you're like got some kind of like fear or anxiety, and then like you just don't remember what happened. You know, have those kind of weird dreams like that, and that's what that's what I experienced recently. Recently, I was just like, it happened a couple times. I just something was happening, I know, and I woke up in like all suspense. I was just like in total suspense, like someone was chasing. I don't know what, but something was happening, and I was like in a suspense mode, and it happened a couple times, and I didn't know what it was. You know what I mean? So it was interesting, but I've heard of people having like also like dreams that would uh like coexist with like real time, wait time, like Freddy Krueger type shit. I mean, not like nobody getting killed in a dream and all that kind of shit, but like if something like attacked you or whatever, it would like kind of relate to what happened in your sleep or something like that, Because I can tell you about one time I had as a it was a youngster. I was like a young I was like a young teenager, and I remember I went to sleep. Just like everybody else does when you're tired. Going to bed. Um, so I had this dream, and it was very like I could remember a lot of detail. Like I mean, this thing was like I was watching a film or something. You know what I mean? And it almost looked like it. There was just like this unreal things like inside. I was like in this giant cave, and you know what I mean. There was this like it was a knight, like like almost like a medieval knight in armor, but it was like white. It was all white and like lights, like it was just super bright and like lights. And you couldn't like it was almost like you squint your eyes, you know what I'm saying? And he had this staff, and it wasn't a sword, it was a staff, So he came at me and he was like, doing all these fancy staff moves at me and like backing me down this big cave hallway. And I was like in fear. I remember this, you know what I'm saying? I remember falling, like the typical like horror movie, like you should be looking where you're going and you just like fall. You know what I'm saying? You probably could outrun this thing because it was moving slow. It was like at Jason speed, or you know what I'm saying? And so I fell down, and he does one of these like helicopter spin things with that white staff, and he hits me in the leg. And I remember waking up from my dead sleep with like a super cramp in my calf leg, like in my calf muscle. I mean, that calf muscle felt like concrete. It was in there, dude. I was like crazy. I was screaming. It was like, and it went with like the dream, which was really wild. It was just like I woke up at that minute of the cramp, and it's like, oh man, it was just wild. It was almost like the cramp was telling me in my dream, like, I'm coming to get your ass, you know what I'm saying? It was like a warning from the cramp. But that was like a weird one like that where I felt like the reality hit the dream at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That was really cool. But I've heard a lot of experiences like that as well. People like would experience, or they would say something like they dreamt like, you know, like they ate something or had this big feast and they necessarily didn't go sleepwalk and eat. But when they got up, they felt like they had this gigantic meal. Like it felt like so real. You know what I'm saying? Like you were like, oh my gosh, I'm bloated, or you know what I'm saying? You start burping or getting some gas from shit you didn't really eat, or did you? But dreams are really weird, man. They can be really strange, and I'm sure you guys have some, and a lot of people have them. And like I said, there's a bunch that you don't remember, and you experience, something happened. You know what I mean? But their dreams can be really wild. And like a lot of people, like they got dream books where the dream books can tell you like they interpret dreams. Now my thing is like, how do you know like what that dream really means? Because like, okay, so I don't know. I just don't understand like how they know that this means. You know what I'm saying? Like you saw a waterfall, and therefore, you know, like there's going to be something happening. You know what I'm saying? Like watch out for your pets. You know what I'm saying? Because the waterfall was in your dream. Like, how do you know that's what that meant? Because somebody else, like, or there was like a ratio, you know what I'm saying? There was like a 6 to 2, six of them, the dogs, passed away, and then 2 times they didn't. So you went with that ratio, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what happened when a lot of people had, uh, you know, dreamt of the waterfall. You know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily saying a real definition of that waterfall. I'm just saying, just hypothetically saying that's crazy how they just know what a dream means. I mean, it's not like you get a real some message, like, or maybe some people do, where somebody's literally telling you, like, you got to do this now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people say they don't understand voices, or you don't understand what people are saying, or some people say you can't hear anything, and I don't know. You know, I remember, I think it would sound like the Charlie Brown teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like wah 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 wah, because you don't know what the fuck's going on. Who knows? But like I said, man, those were strange dreams, man. And like I said, I think I had a couple of them because like I said, I was like a suspenseful moment. Like I felt like I don't know if I was hiding or if I was like getting chased, but it was like both times. I was like, huh. And then I was like, what the fuck was that? I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So that's wild. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's pretty trippy. But speaking of pretty trippy, it's been going around. Everybody, I'm sure a lot of people. Maybe you haven't. Well, let me share it if you haven't. This the new Coke training video. I guess it was like a video for like a code of conduct or some kind of orientation video you get when you're a new hire into the company. And they were trying to be more what would be the word? I don't know. Uh, Progressive maybe or something. Who knows? It comes out to being racist if you ask me. I mean, it comes out sounding racist regardless. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of funny. So this training video leaked out, and in this video there was like strange um, training tactics to get you to act like for the work environment, so that people would all feel maybe included or not feel like they were being um, separated because of the race. Whether you're Hispanic like me or you're African American or black. Like I said, the video comes out being like a little bit racist. You know what I'm saying? So they are asking you in this video, like if you play the video, they say something in the video where they say to be less white. You know what I'm saying? Like they want you to be less white. I mean, to me, that's like a racist statement. And I'm not white. You know what I mean? I mean, I might look it to some people, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm Hispanic. And I'm just saying, like, I feel like that was a racist statement. Regardless, you're asking a white person to be less white. Like, how would you be like, hey, man, you're being way too black right now. You gotta be less. You're being a little too black right now. Like, how are you gonna say that to somebody? Be less white. I don't know, man. I just thought it was pretty funny, man. And there's like all these weird, strange things the way they were. Um, I don't know, man. It felt like you were looking at watching a weird movie, like one of those weird, like Black Mirror type shows, or one of those weird, like alternative reality type of show on TV, man. Because that was wild, like, and they were dead serious. They were like straight up serious how they want you to represent in the workforce or the workplace there. And I'm like, man, where are we going right now? Like, what is going on here with this whatever the hell's happening? I don't know what this is, but this is weird. Like, you can't say nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, when can you? I thought you're supposed to have like you're supposed to be able to like represent yourself however you represent yourself, right? Express yourself or whatever. This is weird. This is just really weird. What's going like what? Who? This is weird to me. I feel like we're headed to a weird future, or if we don't, like, I don't know, this is gonna be weird, man. Like, I feel like I don't know, man. Whatever this shit is, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is just weird. Be less white, man. So I don't know, like I said, how to take that. I just think it was really funny. I just don't agree with this at all. I just thought it was pretty wild. And I guess people out there, if you want to work for the company, and you're white, they want you to be less white. Does that mean to act like a wigger? Like, does that mean like act black as a white person? You know what I'm saying? That's weird. It's just weird to me. Or like if I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Be less white. I don't I don't know, man. That's weird. That's just strange to me. It's pretty strange. So, anyways, me and the missus, we're celebrating our being together for 20 years. That was yesterday, and it was nice. Celebrated a nice little quiet evening. It was awesome, and which brings me to this topic. Like, how do you know when you found the one? Like, how do you know? Like, man, you got that feeling. Like, this could be the person I want to be with. Like, how do you get that? You know, you're for sure that's what's going to go down. So I was thinking about it. In my days, we was younger, and it was like, we was in. I hung around with some troublemakers. I might have been a troublemaker myself. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. I ain't saying nothing. No, I'm just kidding. You ain't saying shit. No, I'm just kidding. Show me the tape. No, I'm playing. But so yeah, you're young, and you're living fast, having fun, living fast and free. And then someone comes along, and then things change, which you never think you would when you're young and having fun, and like I said, being wild and free, and then it's just like something made you hit the brakes inside. It's like, whoa, what is this? What is this weird feeling? You know what I'm saying? And so, like, when was like your moment? You guys can share in the comments. Like, when was your moment when you knew you found the one? And like I said, I was in my troublemaking days, so I used to go out to the clubs, all the time, be out clubbing, and so we'd be out at we was at a local, we was hanging out, in my neighborhood, and I hung out with some friends, and I met this girl, and we started dating and stuff, so we were out on a date, and it's like, so like I said, me and my friends always went out to the club, so she was like, oh yeah, we'll go out to the club, and she'd bring her friends and stuff like that, and we'd all go clubbing, going out to the clubs, different club hopping, going from club to club, and so she was just out of a recent relationship, and so was I, but I guess mine parted a different way, more peacefully, because I guess this person was still lingering around and holding a grudge or something or whatever. So I guess he was lurking around at this club we was at, and like I said, we was dating for a little while now. I felt like I was having fun. I really like this person was cool to be hanging out with. This was a great I like this person a lot. So we're hanging out, having a good time, dancing, getting some drinks, and back on the dance floor. Got my homies and my friends with me. You know what I'm saying? We're all chilling. And then I hear her, tell me like, "Oh, I seen so and so just now," and I'm like, "What?" And it's packed there. I mean, this club is packed. Like, it's just jumping, and I'm like, "Man, I didn't see nothing. I just people everywhere. Plus, I was drinking, a lot." So I was like I said, I was young as hell. Like, it was just putting them back. It was like Houdini, you know what I'm saying, or like one of them sleight of hand dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this beer is full with a cap on it still, and it was like, psh, and it's empty. Like, that's what was happening there that day. She was just disappearing. So I was like, I didn't see shit. I'm still blurring from dancing. Like, whoa, let everything catch up. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I go turn around to talk to her, and I see a hand coming out, a fist actually, just like coming towards my face. Like, holy shit, like it's right there. I felt like Tobey Maguire in the first Spider-Man, like, because the shit was like, felt like slow motion shit was like, I was thinking all kinds of, like, contemplating all kinds of shit. I seen this thing coming at me, and I'm just like, oh, damn, there comes a hand. That is a hand. I'm like, is that a hand? I'm like, that is a fist. That is coming. That is right by my face. And so, like, and then, like, reality comes back, and it's like, woo, like, back real speed, and I duck. Like, I try to duck. And it still, like, hits me in the forehead, like, in this big, giant noggin of a forehead, like right up in the top part, like, by the hairline. By this, uneven hairline that I got. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why it happened. You know what I'm saying? So this fist comes around, and it was like, bam, like right on the top of the noggin. And so I as I ducked, I pushed back to clear up, and then I started spreading my arms out because I'm getting ready. We're gonna fight in the club. This is about to go down. So we're like spreading people out, and I'm standing with still a beer in one hand, and I don't know if I'm gonna throw it or take another drink or what's going on, but I still got it. You know what I'm saying? And we're standing there, and he's telling me to come on, and I'm telling him to come on, and then we're like, who's gonna come on first? You know what I'm saying? So like, fuck it. I start going, and before I knew it, I saw a fist come over my shoulder and hit my man in the face, like popped him right, like all square in the money box, like in the money shot. You know what I'm saying? Just like bing, and he just like fell into the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And the people, like the bouncers, and just like, and some of my friends and everybody just like dragged him out of the way into the mob, and you know what I'm saying? And like I never saw him again. I don't know what happened. But when I turned around to see who threw the punch, it was her. And it was like in Wayne's World 1, like, Dreamweaver, you know what I'm saying? Like, that song came on, and like, all that shit happened, and like, I knew that was the one that day. That was just crazy as hell. I was like, what? She just, what? So, that was the time for me when I knew I found the one. I just thought I would share that with you guys. since we celebrated our 20th yesterday. So, anyways, you know, Project 46. Like I said, they always mess with me when I say shit all the time about his name and all that. But you know, a lot of people can go say his name, say sliding, and you know, get away with it. And every time I say like stuff like that, they all come and fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? They were just messing with me in a couple little things. What's up with that? What's going on with that? They're getting chintzy with the rules here. So, anyways, like I said, that dude 46 said that we couldn't, if you're Hispanic or African American in like inner city neighborhoods, we don't know how to use the internet. And I said, like, dude, like everybody's online, right? So I happen to be a Hispanic that grew up in the inner city. And I think I know how to use the internet. And I happen to play on the internet. You know, this young Hispanic who doesn't know how to use the internet knows how to use the internet. And I found these things on the internet that this dude said. So I thought I would do like what, you know, the other people are doing, fact checking everything over there, and the, you know, FC over there fact checking, the FB over there, the face bizzle. I thought I would fact check this dude that said I don't know how to use the internet. So, here we go. You got to get online to get in line, right? So I guess I lined up some shit for you here that I found on the internet. Like I said, I'm Hispanic. I grew up in the inner city. And yes, I do know how to use the internet. And this is what I found. This dude was saying that when he got into office, that there was no medicine being made. You know what I'm saying? Like the other guy that was in office wasn't doing his thing. Like he wasn't trying to push that, you know, medicine out as fast as possible, which he was doing. So he claims there was no, you know, no medicine going on when he took office. But that's BS. There was in December 20th, which I looked up over here. It looks like I got some facts here, like I said, which I found on the internet. But in December 20th, or was it December 14th? Let's see what we got. So it was in December of 2020, when the other guy was in office, that they gave out the first dose of that vax. And then he says that he never got any medicine when he came into office. Then, you know, there's a video of him on video, and I think that was in December also, getting a shot. And I said, did he get a fake shot or was it a real shot? You know what I'm saying? Was that the fake placebo shot? So y'all would take a real shot that was really bad for you and you should run? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, so that's all I'm saying. This dude said he didn't get one or get any medicine, but yet he got a medicine. And then he said he wasn't, there was no medicine when he came into office. There was nothing being produced. When they were like producing like over 658,000, you know, vaxes per day, like before he was like 9 days before he was in office. Like 9 days, like it was like July 11th or something like that. They said it was July 11th. They were producing like over 658,000 of those vaxes a day. And he was saying there was nothing happening. And then I guess he gets put in on the 20th. And they said on the 23rd, like 3 days later, according to the internet, I know everything ain't true on there, or is it? But 3 days later, we were producing 1 million vaxes a day. So, I mean, I don't understand. Does this guy know what he's talking about? Is he just forgetting? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he just knowing, like, forgetting who he is? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do that. And then you show him a video. Oh, maybe I did do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But he's mumbling everywhere. And he's, like, stumbling over all his fucking words. And he even tries to tell people to test his mental capacity. He couldn't even say it. He was like, I dare y'all to come and test my mental capacity. And then he got all defensive after that and wanted to end the interview real quick. And whoever his press secretary is, that redhead lady, man, this lady's probably like heavily medicated. Or she's self-medicating. You know what I'm saying? It seems like she can't answer shit. I'm waiting to hear stuff, and like she just keeps flipping through pages and flipping through pages. And everybody says the circle back. There's Nickelback band. Now there's got to be a new band called Circleback. Because she's like, I'll circle back to this, and I'll circle back to this. You know what I mean? But you don't got to be a dummy to look on the internet And see, this lady can't answer nothing. Every question, she's like, she. You know what's crazy is they say they give them pre-screened questions, so they already know the questions they're gonna get, so they can already answer them. And she still don't got the answer, or does she forget what page it was on? You see her going like fucking pages, dude. Like, and people just waiting. You hear all these fucking cameras going, all the like newspaper cameras too, like everything going. You see the flashes, and she ain't answering shit. She's just sitting there, like just sitting there, flipping pages. When the last dude's press secretary or whatever, man, that chick was on dude, she was on fire, dude. She was like scaring me people. She was just ready. You know what I'm saying? These guys would be like, what do you think about this? She'd be like, do your homework. Don't you know this is the way it went? And this, this, and this. And the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry. And you know what I'm saying? Like, people were like, damn. And she had to answer for everything. And she had like a little folder. And just a little teeny folder. She was busting y'all asses with a little notebook. And then this lady got this big giant, like, it looks like yellow pages. Or it almost looks like one of them big giant trapper keepers. And she's got all these laminated pages in there or something. And she just keeps flipping through the pages looking for something. Looking for the letter H. Looking for the whatever they're looking for the question. Like it's a dictionary. She ain't going to find it. Because it ain't there. Because they ain't know shit. At least it's making it seem like they don't know shit. Or they know shit and they ain't telling the shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man, what's going down. Everything is going crazy around here. I feel like it's just bananas, man. This dude talking about we don't know how to use the internet. This damn fool. But then, like I said, every time I say that dude's name, I even try to do like the rhyming word, and they'll still like, they won't promote nothing. They were just like, no, you ain't doing it. And I'm like, damn. I don't like it. That's messed up. But anyway, I could still have fun with it because apparently I don't know how to use the internet. You know? And then he was on, doing a little speech, and then he slipped out the N-word, just came out of nowhere. I mean, like with the hard R. It was like not even a rap version. It wasn't like the You know what I'm saying? He was like, R, come one, come all, brr. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, what? And then he just kept talking, like, you know. That was him. That's my impression of him. Because that's all it seems like he does. He just fucking stumbles. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw a clip the other day. I think it looked like a Wall Street summit or something. It was like something with Wall Street. And he was like, we got to unchain Wall Street. Unchain it. Unchain Wall Street. And then some people in the right corner over there, they were like, boo, what the hell? And then he was like, I'll put you guys back in chains. It almost sounded like he was talking to black people. If you guys look up the clip, look it up. He says it like that. He's like, we got to unchain Wall Street. Gets booed by some people in the corner over there. And the way he says it, he goes, I'll put y'all back in chains. Like, damn. That dude's depressed right now. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. But anyways, the lady that speaks to the press, man, she ain't saying shit. Because I don't know what's going on. They don't know shit. I don't know what happened. They like gave her answers to like some different questions. It was like they stole the quiz. And then when they get to the classroom to take the test, all the questions were switched. They just changed them all. They were like, sorry, bitch. Oh, man, that's just crazy, dude. I can't believe these people, man. But like I said, I don't mean to offend anyone. I'm just having fun with this. And if you are, oh well. It's out there now. You cancel motherfuckers. All your canceling culture and sons of bitches. No, I'm just kidding. That's my Slider. Slider hider. Like I said, I got to call him Slider because even if I rhyme his name too hard, they'll come at me with it. It's nuts. I feel like I'm already in jail over there. Damn it. Damn it all to heck. No, I'm just kidding. But while you're at it, let's do this. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I'll circle back to that. I'll circle back. I promise. I promise I'll circle back. And just keep flipping pages and circling back. So, yeah, man, like I said, my man slipped up in a speech, and the N-word just came out of nowhere. And, like, he's old. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's, like, really old. And it seems like it's starting to show. A couple years ago, it didn't seem like this. It seemed like just something just slipped up. Maybe you had too many martinis. I don't know. He's all like, Like I said, it's pretty funny. But I had fun looking up stuff on the internet about your ass. You know what I'm saying? Especially that Wall Street shit. That was hilarious. And your press secretary lady. That lady, man, I feel bad for her, man. She looks all stressed out. She looks older. She's catching up to Biden. She's probably like a lot of years younger than him, like most people. And what's up with them weird what's up with that shit about like everybody made that like that when they played them clips of him like I like little kids jumping on my lap. I'm like, what? And they're all like edited so perfect when he says that stuff. And hairs, they like to rub their hands on my hairs on my legs to see the hairs change color. Or when he says, I can't wait to come back and see you two dancing. The little young little girls. It's like almost like when you walk into those conversations at the wrong time. It was like his conversations were at his own, like he was having with himself. And he was like, oh shit, there's people here. Oh damn. I forgot. He's like, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. And then he freaks out. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird. This is a weird time. This is a weird time going on. And I don't know what to do about it other than vent about it. So, me and some friends of mine, we're having this debate at lunch today about what constitutes a superhero or being superhuman. And I'm like, wait, like, wouldn't it be the same thing? Because maybe not all super, then we start the debate. The debate starts going right off there. And then we were like, well, you can't be just a superhero just because you're superhuman because you could be a villain or, you never know if you turn villain, if you're going to be good or bad. And I'm like, damn it, you got a good point. Damn you. You know what I'm saying? So we were talking about that, just because you're superhuman doesn't even make you gonna, doesn't automatically give the path to the superhero area. That's how they're always the good and evil. Some people grew up different and, doesn't always want to do good because they were bullied or whatever. They had a traumatic lifestyle. And then when this happened, they, decided to get revenge on everybody or something. You know what I mean? So that's what we were talking about. And it got into like a big, huge, like back and forth about even certain like heroes. Excuse me. Even people that were already like, people that are already certified heroes. In the fantasy world, in the movies and comics realm and all that stuff. So the certified heroes already deemed heroes, like Batman, and so they were like, well, is Batman a superhero? And I'm like, well, yeah, he's claimed as a hero, but some people would say some people would debate that he's just a crime fighter, not a superhero, because he doesn't have superpowers and he's not superhuman. You know what I'm saying? He has a lot of intelligence and combat skills, but they say he has no real superpowers. So, I mean, I know they evolved Batman into some other things like that, but the original Bruce Wayne Batman that, doesn't have superpowers ever, would they say he would be like a superhero? So some people were debating that he's more of a crime fighter than a superhero. And I was like, well, I always thought of him as a superhero, but then when they started bringing up the crime fighter, I'm like, man, I didn't really look at it that way, but I could see what you're saying. I could see the side of that. You know what I mean? If you're going to say he's more of a crime fighter, because that's what he does. It's not like he goes, as the comics evolve, but I'm saying as far as the movies are going, he's fighting crime. And Superman, no. But I'm saying like, Joker was a criminal, those kind of guys, Scarecrow and stuff like that. So I'm just saying, his basic enemies or whatever, you know what I mean, was always like Joker and all that kind of stuff. So he was more like a crime fighter, I thought. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't always say that. I said superhero, but I'm saying, I could see why I kind of starting to lean towards him being more of a crime fighter. And then I brought up Spider-Man. Spider-Man, superhero. Because not only that, he also has superhuman, powers. He can, walk on walls and do all that stuff. And then, so we were talking about that. But, he acquired it. It wasn't like he was born with it. He was bit by a spider and changed his DNA or whatever. But still, he had superhuman powers and decided to stay good and went to, being a superhero. But then all his villains were, villains, but they weren't superheroes, even though a lot of his villains had superpowers. So then it started more debating, you know what I'm saying? Because And then it's like, you could go on and on. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to break down some characteristics, which I put together myself, for like what makes a superhero, like the basic characteristics of like what a superhero would be in like in or in like a movie too, like the movie coming up, or like a comic coming out, or a cartoon, or etc. So I put together like a few of them. I don't know what I got, 9 or 10 of them, probably 9 of them. So I put up like these 9 characteristics on um what it would take to be like just a superhero. You know what I mean? So I mean, okay. So yeah, I'll break it down. So let's go with number uno. So number one, not ranked by like this is the best one or anything like that, because I didn't really rank these. So I wonder if I should just like randomly go through them and kind of like the way I would rank them. So maybe I'll do that. Okay. So let's go with the number one that I'm gonna pick. Some smarts. You should be super smart, super intelligent. You know which a lot of superheroes are, and then because those guys always like some of the guys like got to solve crimes and find clues, or kind of almost be psychic to figure out what your next move is and things like that. Or they're all like seems like a lot of them are all like scientists of some sort. You know what I'm saying? It seems like a lot of these guys are all like doctors and scientists and like super smart people all the time. So that would be one. You have to be like you have to have like a supreme intellect. You know what I mean? And then we'll give it a ranking from 1 to 10. Like if this was like a World of Warcraft, or like one of those games where you got to give yourself a ranking, but we're just gonna go 1 through 10, and we'll rank the intellect level to be a superhero would have to be a 10 plus. So you could go 10, and then 10 plus would be like the highest. All right. So 10 would still be the high, but then 10 plus would trump the 10. You know what I'm saying? So I would say your intellect level has to be a 10 plus, because most of these guys that are superheroes are just crazy smart. You know what I mean? They have crazy vast knowledge of everything. A lot of them have crazy powers where they can, some of them like even like Doctor Xavier. You know what I'm saying? My man has a crazy mental capacity. So it's got to be at a 10 plus. I would say that's one characteristic. You got to have supreme intellect. So then my next one would be you got to have some awesome one-liners. Like I said, this is my list. You got to have awesome one-liners if you're going to be a fucking superhero. You know what I'm saying? Like if you kick a dude in the nuts or the dick, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, you know, well, you're not crazy, but I would say you're nuts. You know what I'm saying? You got to have those crazy one-liners. Like the shitty George Clooney Batman, or was it Val Kilmer when they're like, chicks dig the car? You know what I'm saying? You just got to have those one-liners to be the superhero, even though Batman's a crime fighter. No, I'm just kidding. But so yeah, you got to have the one-liners. Um, let's see what I got here. What else I got? So I put muscles. So I didn't mean like, I mean if you're in a movie and you got the fake TV muscle. I mean like that's what I mean, like the superhuman strength, like something that makes you more than regular, that you'd make you capable of being a superhero. You know what I'm saying, or supervillain or whatever. But I'm talking about heroes right now. So you'd have to have like super strength. So I just wrote muscles in the category. All right. So you got to be crazy strong. Got to be able to fucking lift up a train or help somebody out or lift up a car and you know, punch through buildings to go save somebody through the burning building. You got to be able to jump through walls, break down the walls and save them. So you got to have that super strength. Now with that super strength, I would say like agility comes with all of that. Yeah, I would put that all in one category, like the super strength and agility, because I'm sure like if you got the strength, you're going to be fast. More than likely, you're probably going to be like faster than everybody. You might be more than like you might be everything more than a normal person if you're super strong. You might even faster everybody. So that's where I think I would put those all in the same category. So it wouldn't be like a bunch of the same ones that would be kind of like strength. You know what I mean? And I guess all superheroes don't have super speed. I know that. But most of them are probably faster than a normal human, is all I'm saying. Like, I would think most of them would be, even though, you know what I mean? Like, even if you don't got a cape and got to fly, I think most superheroes are probably faster than a normal human. So that's what I mean is, I put it all in that little category. So my next one would be probably, like a high pain threshold. I would say like a high three, like because it seems like a lot of comics, like the dudes always get caught and got to escape, or they almost die in like every comic. I always read like a lot of comics, so or like a planet exploded, or you're getting thrown towards the sun, or if you're fighting, if it's like one of those intergalactic kind of comics or whatever, you know what I mean? So you got to have like big time. You got to have like some kind of at least a super gigantic, superhuman pain threshold. Because like I said, you're gonna get hit. Some people like it was like Thanos when he threw a planet at Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? Like in a comic, if that happened, the planet pieces would have hit him and shot him into the galaxy, and he would have, or into space, and he would have came back. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have like be able to take more super pain, or like when they try to torture them or try to steal their powers, like Superman or like some other people where they, would trap them or capture them, and then they would try to extract like the power out of them. You know what I mean? Like try to steal it out of their bodies. And so you got to have a super pain threshold. And plus, if you're gonna like punch walls down and jump through walls or go through fire and stuff like that, I'm sure you got to have like a pain threshold so you don't get burnt and you don't break your knuckles or cut yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have like a pain threshold. So that's got to be on the list too. You know. And then after the pain threshold, let's see what I got here. Um, I would go with you got to have a good sense of humor, you know, because you gotta have a good sense of humor because you're a superhero. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gonna be somebody to come up to you and like try to hit you. They're normal. It's not gonna hurt. Or if you're bulletproof, they're gonna shoot at you and try to put every last one of them clicks in there till they're nothing, and it'll still be clicking emptiness. Or if somebody called you and it was an old lady and you had to get the cat out of the tree. It wasn't no big emergency, but you got to go do it. You got to get that cat out of there. It's your duty, hero. No, but I'm just saying, you got to have a sense of humor with everything. Because sometimes what people thought would be an emergency to call a big superhero, you know what I'm saying, and might not be what you thought was a big emergency. Now, a meteor's not coming to the Earth? No! They're like, what's happening? He took my parking spot again. Who did? I took. Is this the president? But anyways, so I got another one. Since I was talking about a sense of humor, you got to have a fancy costume. You know what I'm saying? Like some kind of witty costume if you're going to be a superhero. Like most of them are, most of them all revolve around tights. For some reason, if you're a hero, it's required to wear tights. There's not really, I don't see too many heroes that wear baggy clothes. I'm trying to like picture some. I'm sure there probably is some, but I don't really see any. Everything is like always tight. It's got to be like so you're flexible for combat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I want to say like I remember Darkman. I think Darkman wore like a detective kind of suit. You know what I'm saying? But he just wrapped his face tight. You know what I'm saying? Because Darkman, yeah, he wore like a detective suit. And then who's the other guy? The Phantom. I don't know. Yeah, the Phantom. He wore tights. So I was like, I'm trying to think of like older movie characters. So yeah, you got to have you got to have like a weird, witty costume. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I think it would have to involve tights of some sort. Tights and like plates, like chest plates or like forearm plates and shin plates for some reason. You got to have all that stuff on a superhero uniform. It's got to have all them shin plates. You know what I'm saying? And like all them weird, funky plates everywhere. They got like in the back of the fist. What is that one here for? You know what I'm saying? What is that one there? I think that one's just useless. Having one on the back of the hand. Like somebody's gonna go. If you're a superhero, I don't think you get hurt in the metal. What is that? The metatarsal area. I don't think it's gonna hurt you if it's a superhero. So I think you could deal with less plates. Jeez, but you still got to have a witty costume to be a hero. Either way, you'll need it. Okay, so let's see. After the witty costume, let's see what else do I got. Oh, you got to have a decent sidekick. If you're going to be a generic, regular stereotypical superhero, you will need a sidekick. I am Super Jaime. You know what I'm saying? And my sidekick, Jim. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to have a witty sidekick. Your sidekick doesn't got to be witty, but you got to have a cool one of some sort. Not only that, you must possess sick fighting skills. You got to be able to, and like your fighting skills, like I said, like that 1 through 10 levels type stuff. I should have ranked everything, but the fighting skill level definitely has got to be at a 10. At least a 10. Doesn't always have to be a 10 plus, but you can be at a 10. Now everything's got to be all pumped up. It's still got to be a lot, but it's got to be pumped, maxed out every time. But I think you've got to have supreme fight skills, man. You got to be able to whip some ass. You got to be able to fight people of all sorts and many people because they can always send everybody. Like in all those movies when the guy kind of shows up and they got all the group of people and he just like, points at the dude and everybody goes, you know what I'm saying? And they come get your ass. And you got to fight them all. So you got to have fight skills. That'd be another one. Definitely would be the fight skills. That would be most important. Like, and I would put in weapons and all that kind of stuff with like guns and swords and spears and all that kind of stuff like that. All that stuff would be entailed in the fighting skills. Like all forms of combat would have to be at a 10, and no lower than a 10, and highest a 10 plus. So, and then I guess my last one would be you got to have a mission. It seems like every superhero's got to like redeem something, or they have revenge on something, or you got to do something like that, so you got to have a mission of some sort. I'm here to save the world. I'm here to stop war, or, I'm here to find the person who did this, or it seems like a lot of people go through super traumatic experiences when they're a superhero. A lot of people have like death in the family and stuff like that, like a Disney movie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Smokers Lounge podcast, man. I was on live with those guys Friday. And it was a blast. Those guys are fun people, man. You got to go check them out. Those guys are a fun group. And anyways, they brought it up about the Disney movies, having that dramatic experiences and shit like that. So, anyways, so yeah, if you're gonna be a superhero, like I said, you got to have that mission. Like I said, a lot of superheroes go through those traumatic experiences. A lot of people like have a lot of loss and death in the family when, then they got to go on revenge. I got to find the person who, took my wife or my mother or my father or my uncle or whoever, you know what I'm saying, or baby mamas or whatever. You got to find them, you know what I'm saying, and you got to go get them. So they always got to have that mission. So those are my characteristics on like what would it take to have, to be a superhero, But like I said, those were just my opinions, and I'm sure everybody has a different thoughts on it, but those were mine. You can't have them. No, I'm just kidding. And like I said, if you guys are still sticking around right now, I hope you guys would smash that like button, punch it, tap it, hit a subscription, and turn on that notifications. And so, anyways, I told you I was going to be doing a movie review in here in the description. I was talking about the movie review. There's a new movie on Netflix. It was really awesome. And I don't know if you guys are into suspense thrillers, but this was a 10 plus in my opinion. Just my opinion. It was fun. Was it too long? Maybe it could have been. Maybe it was. But it was a good movie. Awesome story. And kind of creepy because it felt like a realistic story like that probably happens in real life. And it makes you like want to like call your grandma and shit. See, make sure she's okay. It was one of those type of movies. That shit like, when I told you I saw that movie Dark Skies. That was such a good alien movie. That shit had me looking up. Had my wife looking up at the car and me all the way to the car in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? We were just like, man, it's really dark tonight. You know what I'm saying? That movie was that good. That was a good, scary one. So that's what this one was like. You know what I'm saying? It made you want to call your grandma and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this one was wild. And like I said, I'm going to give you the trailer. And the trailer might be a spoiler to some people that ain't seen it yet. But hey, I'm going to let you know. So, warning, there might be spoilers. So, this movie is awesome. This woman plays a caregiver or a caretaker of some sort, or a legal guardian. That's what it is. So she's a legal guardian in real life. That's her career. Okay. But this lady's like a scam artist at the same time, which is wild. And she'll look for people that got dough. She'll look for victims that got all this money. And she knows doctors and shit like that and lawyers and all this shit. And this lady looks like she's very successful at what she does. So she figures people out. Excuse me. And she starts to scope out her little cash cows or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So she'll see an old person and see they got money in the bank and a lot of like assets or whatnot. And she'll talk to a doctor and say this lady is incapable of taking care of herself and a whole lot of yada yada. And they'll take it to court. And when they say somebody's like mentally incapacitated, I guess according to this, like this movie, like you don't have to be in court. They're gonna have this court hearing without you because you're mentally whatever. They said, according to this one doctor, says you're crazy, so it doesn't matter if you're here or not because you won't understand shit. So it's really wild. So they would do this, and they would go and take people's money, like old people, senior citizens and shit, and they would take their money, and they'd get them put into a hospital where they'd keep them all drugged up while this lady like lives off this all their money, and just lives all lavish, you know. But what happens in the trailer is she ends up having to, she picks the wrong one. She picks the wrong grandma. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, this movie is so crazy and super intense. And man, like you get so mad at some of the characters in there, like you just want to go and like it was one of those movies where they did the characters so well, like you almost wanted to punch your TV or hit their ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you was like, man, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? You'd be just getting mad at this shit. The movie was wild. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much. Like I said, I give you what was in the trailer. I could go way deeper, and a lot of plots and twists in the film. Like I said, it's like a suspense thriller, and like I said, the shit made you want to call your grandma and shit at the end, man. Like, man, you all right? What's going on? Anybody try calling you? You know what I'm saying? You get any weird people coming around? So where you at for real? Like, is there somebody standing there making you say you're all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like one of those kind of films, man. It was like had such a realistic feel, But it was great thriller, dude. Suspense thriller. Cha-cha-cha. Like, it just had you on your edge, dude. So, like I said, I recommend it. It was really good. Uh, I liked it. And if you guys, if there's any sci-fi fans out there, there's also a new Netflix one that's pretty fun. And it's a film from overseas, and they did a great job. And it's called Space Sweepers. And dude, that was such a fun movie. And all you humans out there would enjoy it. I think if you like the sci-fi films, that one's got a lot of action, comedy, fun, great effects, great scenery. Man, they did a great job with the film. There's no subtitles because they did a lot of like futuristic type things where it didn't matter what language you spoke because they would put this earpiece in and you could like speak your language, but they would all be able to understand whatever it was you were saying. So it was such a cool movie, man. It was like about this group of scrappers. They would scrap steel, space junk. You know what I'm saying? And they end up going on a wild adventure, man. So I recommend you check that one out too. Um, Space Sweepers. It's got like cool characters. It's almost like a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of film. Like it's just really cool, like the way they did the film. Almost even like Star Wars. Even it had some cool, like all kinds of cool film elements inside the one film. It was really neat. And like I said, that one had some cool twists in it too. And it was had some comedy, some action, some drama, and it's like and really wild the visuals. Like the visual effects in the film. It looks high budget. I don't know if it is or not, but the way they did the movie they did a great job. But like I said, man, if you're into sci-fi, you will not be disappointed. It was really really good, really really good. Space Sweepers, Netflix. Oh yeah, so the one with that was the other one too. What was it? I Care a Lot. It was also on Netflix. So shout out to Netflix, man, because those are two good ones, and I recommend them. I Care a Lot and Space Sweepers. Check them out, y'all. Good stuff. So now I'm gonna do a little sports vent for y'all. Well, I watched the Broner fight. Like I said, last episode, Broner was coming up with a fight and stuff like that, and he fought this Santiago guy. It was awesome. It was a pretty good fight, man. He fought pretty good. The decision went his way. I kind of thought it could have went the other way, if you ask me. And I'm a fan of Broner, but it was a good fight, man. It was all right, and he came out with the decision. But the star of the weekend, in my opinion, was fucking Oscar Valdez against Burchley. I think that's how you say his name. Burchelt or Burchell. Oh my gosh, man. These dudes went at it, and man, Oscar Valdez, dude, this kid's got cannons in his hands, man. Hey, he fucking knocked my man out. He knocked him out so bad, dude. It was disgusting. He's definitely a candidate for knockout of the year. Easily a candidate for knockout of the year. Oh my gosh, did he bang my man? So he had multiple knockdowns in the fight, but the last knockdown was just disgusting, dude. And with no crowds, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, UFC and boxing and those bare knuckle boxing, them punches, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That punch just sounds like, I don't know, like just a loud noise. It was just like poof. And my man was just like, good night. He was out before he hit the floor. He even fucking he folded up like lawn chair. Like, dude, he like folded like a folded lawn chair, dude. His like arms tucked in and knees buckled, and he just like fell down on his face, and he was out. Like I said, candidate for knockout of the year. I don't deny it. I'm not mad at it. That shit was awesome. And like I said, it was a great fight. And this Saturday, I'll probably talk about it too on Saturday, just a little tad, because I'll probably see the weigh-in on Friday. Canelo is fighting that Yildirim, Anvi Yildirim, I think that's how his name was. And man, they're gonna be fighting this Saturday. I'm excited. The weigh-in's Friday, and Canelo's looking good. They're not the other guy's not releasing too much stuff. He's kind of keeping it hush. I don't know what's going on there. And I think they're in Miami. I think they're fighting in Florida, in like Miami. I think they are. I'm not for sure because they were showing them with like football jerseys, and they're showing them out there, in nice weather and stuff like that. And they did a little face off on the football field. So I think that's where they're fighting. But anyways, man, Canelo looks good. That kid looks like a tough dude. He's a pretty good big guy. Looks a little on the bigger side. But we'll see who it is. Like we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm I'm a fan of Canelo, so I'm gonna go with Canelo. And I didn't see too much. I looked up with some of that guy's fights, like I said. So I kind of feel like I think Canelo's gonna win by KO. And whether it be by body shot or TKO or KO, it's gonna be a knockout of either sort. It's gonna be a knockout or a technical knockout, in my opinion. So that's just what I think on that one. I definitely think it's going to be a knockout, though. I mean, if I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. But I definitely think. And then when I see the weigh-in Friday, I'll probably have another pick on Saturday anyways. I'm not going to change my pick, but I might have another outlook. I want to see how dehydrated my man gets to make the weight to fight Canelo. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But I'm still picking Canelo to knock him out. But he looks like a big guy. Looks like a pretty big dude. You know? But on that, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And like I said, I'd appreciate it if you would smash, punch, smack the like button, smack the subscription, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss an episode, because I drop them on Wednesday and Saturday. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.